All right, guys. So this is our first recording that we're going to send out to everyone. Nobody could make it, unfortunately, but that's okay. So at your guys' convenience, make sure you guys watch this before tomorrow so you can kind of see what's going on. So basically, Kevin and I went over this a couple of times already, but we're going to give you guys the information since all of us are on kind of different time frames here. So we're getting into something called midweek reversal. Kevin's been studying it and practicing it before he brought it to us. So it's very important you guys, watch this and pay attention to everything that's going on here, because this is going to change the game for all of us, and it's going to make trading a lot more fun because all it's fun to make money. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen right now, so you guys can see what's going on. And you see all of this. Okay, so this is just the basic MetaTrader 4, whatever broker you use. This is the blank page. If some of you guys have never used a computer before, you guys always trade from your phone. This is kind of, I'll give you a few of the basics of what everything is on here. You got all your pairs over here. You got your navigator and your experts over here. And you got all this stuff for things. Most of this is on your phones as well, but I mean, you're not going to really be editing all your charts and whatnot on your phone. So here we are here. We're going to use USD CAD for an example, because that is going to be one of the pairs that we're probably going to get into. So this is what it's going to look like when you first pull it up. You got your monthly, your weekly, your daily, your 4-hour, 1 hour, 30-minute, 15, 5, 1. A lot of people, they like to take off the grid, so you just right click or control G. That'll get rid of that. Then we can go ahead and we can zoom in just a little bit. And then you push this button right here. This will give you the candlesticks. So it kind of makes it a little bit more clear for you to see. Zoom in a little bit more. Now, this is what I just learned actually from Kevin, to kind of break up every movement by the day. So you'll F8 or right click in properties. And then you're gonna go to show, it's this one right here, right, Kevin? Or show period separators.
Yeah, show period separators.
So it's gonna come up like this with all your colors and stuff, which you guys can go ahead and mess with if you guys want your charts to look a little different, or you want certain indicators to look certain ways. You guys can play around with that to see what it looks like. Everyone's a little bit different. So you're gonna go over to comment. You're gonna go to show period separators. Click OK. Now these are all broken up by the days. So as you see, this is today, today, March 21st. And then this goes back. I don't know why it goes. Oh, the market was closed. So this goes back to the 18th, 17th, 16th, 15th, 14th, and then the market was closed 11th, 10th, etc. So we're focusing. Our example is going to be right here on, was it the 14th? Is where we would have entered, right? On this midweek.
It closed on the 11th. It opened back up when? On the 14th?
Was the 14th the example we're using right here?
You know what? You're on USD CAD, right? Let me go on that show chart.
Yeah.
USD CAD, zoom out. I think it wasn't the 14th. It was actually the 16th. You could have got in. Yeah, it was the 16th.
So 16th. Mm-hmm. So for starters, Kevin, you want to go ahead and just kind of explain what midweek reversal is?
All right, midweek reversal. Beginning of the week, the chart basically the pairs wants to fake you out into what movement is it's going into. The movement the trend always go a certain way. Like if you look at the higher time frames, you see the trend, main part of the trend. You see what the charts is doing. Now what they're doing is, if you knew that in the beginning, you would have just picked buy or sell and just rolled it out for years and years and years and just been a millionaire like that. But they have to fake you out. They have to go up, have to go down. They have to have a fake move where it looks like it's going up, but it's actually going down. So what they're doing right now in the beginning of the week, or especially for USD CAD, which is the easiest one to find out, it moves one way. And then midweek, which usually, and I can write this down, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Those are the days, and I'll tell you the hours that it happens. If you live in a central time zone, it's from 2 a.m. to 11 a.m. If you live in Eastern zone, it's 3 a.m. to 12 p.m. And if you all the way in Cali or something like that, then it will be, I believe, 12 a.m. to 9 a.m. So those are the time zones that the midweek reversal happen from Tuesday to Thursday between those time frames. And it happens pretty much spot on. Now, if you just looking directly at your chart, the time zone that it usually happen is between 10 GMT and 19 GMT. That's the time zones the reversal move happens.
Which is right down here, guys. Don't get this confused for military time. So
Absolutely.
when he's talking about that, that's what I got confused with yesterday. I thought it was military time, but it's not. So keep that in mind.
Yes, that time zone is when the market opens. The market opens my time, Eastern time, 5 p.m. on Friday. I mean on Sunday. So it starts from 5 p.m. That's the zero mark. The zero mark is 5 p.m. So that's why it's different when we're, using the charts in that time frame. Because they're starting it from when they open to when they close. All right.
Yep.
So um all right, so March 11th was when the market opened back up.
So right
No,
here,
no,
so
I'm
you
sorry.
look
I'm sorry, March 14th. March
March
14th.
14th. So if you look at my chart right here, this is look at the bottom here, March 14th. That has it all separated by the days here. That's what all these lines indicate. So this is March 14th right here. And this is the day we're looking at right here.
Yep. So you're looking at March 14th, and then you're looking to see which way is moving. You can actually find out within the first day or two which way is moving for the fake out. Um, and it shows on the very first day, if you're looking at the whole chart, that Sunday to Monday, because 5 p.m. to about uh I, I think it's 5 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm not too sure on that. I think it's 5 p.m. to 5 p.m. the next day. So Sunday to Monday, that's this one day. That's one day for the market. So Sunday to Monday, and then you have Monday to Tuesday. On the 15th is Monday to Tuesday, and then you have Tuesday to Wednesday. So actually, the move happened on a Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning around 4 o'clock.
So Wednesday, that would have been the 16th.
Yeah, Wednesday would have been the 16th.
So right here, it would have happened. As you can see, this is also a news day. That's this big drop. That was a news
Yeah,
day.
and you actually would have caught the fake out right before the big drop. And I'll show you. Well, you would use this. I mean, you will have me, of course, but I want you guys to use the stochastic oscillator or any other basically Bulls power, Bears power indicator to show you the strength of the trend.
So how you get that oscillator, you go to insert, indicators, oscillators, and then stochastic
Stochastic.
right at the very top.
Yep, stochastic.
Click 5-3, leave everything as is. Boom,
Hmm.
there it is.
All right, now you see, go to, all right, that's specific, right where the big drop is. You see that the Bulls has lost all its strength. It tried to make a push up. It tried to make a push up, and it couldn't do it. It couldn't even get past the overbought area because the Bears had so much of the strength that it was due for the big drop, and that was right before the news. I will say this on USD CAD and USD CAD only, you can predict by the movements of where the news is going to go, regardless, every single time. It goes with the trend every single time. So whenever you're clueless on where the news is going to be headed to, you can get in on the buy or the sell before the news happens if you know where the trend is going, and you will catch the move every single time. Like I said, I back tested this for a year and a half now. I tested it a year and a half and worked out every single time.
And
So
guys, also for you guys that don't know, a bearish is a push down, and a bull is a push up. Just so you guys are aware of the terminology, we might talk too fast and say things that might not make sense. So thinking about when I was in your guys' shoes and didn't know what the heck any of that meant, I'll try to kind of put it in layman terms for you. Um, Also, get a trading journal. I have one. Kevin probably has one. Write down your definitions of what everything means. Things for the week that are coming up. Things to look out for. Stuff like that. Just because it'll save you from having to ask 1,000 questions through the chat, and then you'll also have your own little journal that you can also look back on. I still look back on some of the terminology things, just over time, because a lot of the terminology, it's going to get even more in depth as you go. So get down the basic terminology now, so you don't have to backtrack all the way back like I did. So start learning that little stuff now. It's very important. All right, go ahead, Kevin.
All right, so we go even before that to be completely sure of yourself on this reversal. You will go back the day before. You see the day before, which is the 15th, March 15th. You see the day
Right.
before it had its high, and at its high, the oscillator showed that it was way overbought.
Can you explain how you would know something's overbought?
All right, so you have the stochastic oscillator. The reason why you have the stochastic oscillator, it shows the trend, movement, and who has the power. And whenever it's over the 70 mark, which is that line at the top, it shows that the bulls is basically working itself to exhaustion. Is being overbought. The trend is about to end. That doesn't mean just because it's up there that it's going to stop going up. No, it's an indicator to show you that it's in due time. It is going to stop his buying pressure. As you see right there, he put the line at the 70, and it shows that it doesn't stay above there a long time. It reaches up there and then it makes a push back down. It reaches up there and it makes
Yep.
another push back down. But
So
what you see there is that it had one push where it's overbought and it was at a lower level than high. So you know that okay, it was overbought right here and it got higher. So that means it can't go as much higher as it is right now. And then what you see, the next day on the 16th, it had a push down, consolidated for a few hours. Matter of fact, a long amount of hours, probably like almost a whole day. And then it made its move. Because once consolidation happens, it's like a spring. It only consolidates for so long. It pushes together, and what happens with a spring when you push it together and let it go? It bounces. A big
yep.
movement happens. So
All right. 1 second here before we continue. Another definition for you guys: consolidation. What consolidation is sideways movement. So look here. This is consolidation right here. It's not really doing too much. Okay, sideways movement, no movement, consolidation. Just so you guys are aware of what consolidation is. No movement in market. Also, back to this, I'm gonna show you guys how to enter your trend lines and stuff like that. So basically, like the 70 mark, like he said, you see the 80 mark right here and the 20 mark down here. You go down here, get the draw a horizontal line. Mine's already preset to orange because I was marking up my charts. Find 70. It doesn't have to be directly on 70. You're not going to get 70.000. Just get it on the 70 mark. If you guys want to change this line up, right click, horizontal line properties, and you can come here. You can even change the name. You can change the name. It'll specify exactly whatever you want it to say. I have this one in dark orange just because it's vivid. You can see it. And I also made it a little bit thicker, so you can make them thinner. I make it a little bit thicker. And also, as you guys do your other horizontal lines and stuff like that, how to mark up your charts. I'll do a separate webinar of how to exactly get your horizontal lines and your diagonal lines in place and what to look for you guys that have already missed. Because you guys are going to want to do this on your own to really get into advanced trading. Trading on your phone is great, but you have to learn this stuff if you want to get to that point of thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You got to learn how to do this. So push OK, and there we are. Okay, so go ahead, Kevin.
all right, so yeah, you seen that it was overbought the day before, and once it tried reaching that level. Here's where confluence happens, comes into play. Your confluence is you have a supply zone. I mean, yeah, a supply zone up there because of the first push up and what happened in the past. That's a supply zone, meaning an area that the price has tried to push past, bounce back down, and then retested that high. And you see two retests. The third retest, it was a big move down. So what you see that, and you see your other indication that is going to go down is price action. You see that big wick right there pushing up, showing
Which
exhaustion. Right before the news, you see the big wick pushing up. It's the only one
oh right here.
on the 16th. On the 16th,
16. Let me look here.
right there. Yep. All right, that's the biggest wick pushing up. It didn't have no power to even make a candlestick. That right there, inverted hammer, is actually called I think Morning Star, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I got the paper with all the price actions. I'm gonna put it in a group for y'all guys. So yeah, I believe it's a Morning Star though, and that's a
Yeah.
sell indication, sell indicator candlestick. So you learn that. If you want to learn how to do this on your own, you have to learn all the candlestick reversal patterns, because if not, then you're going to miss out on a couple of reversal pairs that's midweek reversals. All right, so right after that, what happens? It didn't even take a day. It was what 5 hours? One more candlestick, two, three, four, the fifth candlestick. Yep. So it's about five candlesticks before the big drop. After that
Okay, let
reversal.
me scroll over. It's right here though, just to give everyone an idea of what it looks like here. Kind of my personal question here: is this considered an engulfing?
Which one?
Right
The
here.
big That big one
This
is definitely an engulfing candlestick.
this one right here.
I cannot see your arrow.
Oh, sorry. Can you see here? Right here. Is this engulfing?
You can consider that engulfing because it does engulf the previous candlestick, but the indication on the sell already happened.
Right, which was the Morning Star.
Yeah,
Right.
which was the Morning Star, and plus the stochastic oscillator showing that it was overbought. It was overbought, lost exhaustion. I mean, it exhausted all the buyers out. So the sellers is really getting in there, and they're going to push the price down. So you would have got in on that trade a little, like the candlestick after the Morning Star, because you always wait to see what the next candlestick is doing. You would have got in there, and then once you got in there, you would have set it and forget it. You leave the trade in. This is another key. Leave the trade in for at least 3 days. For at least 3 days. You ideally want to leave the trade in until the next week, the next midweek. It's called midweek to midweek, or AKA Brinks. Brinks is basically money bags. Call it Brinks because that's where the most money comes into play. Midweek to midweek trades. It's the most money you can get because
Mm-hmm.
it's at least 3 to 4 thousand micro pips. So, and as Justin's going to show you right now, he's going to show you how many pips it was from
Yep.
this one
So
to next Tuesday. Next Tuesday would have been, well, next midweek. Oh, actually, we're still we're still waiting for the midweek. So
so I'm gonna go ahead and mark where we would have got in, which we would have got in what right here.
got in at the right after the shooting star. Yeah. So the next candlestick. You hear me?
And to do that, mark. Yeah, I can hear you. If you want to mark certain
Okay.
spots, just go to draw. You can draw text. There's arrows right here. I just use the check mark just to mark my spot. So I'm gonna go to the 4 hour, which is at the end of the. All right, hold on. Let me go back. Do I want to go to the daily to look at this, or do I
No,
want
no,
to
no. You don't have
go?
to go. You can go to the hour, zoom out, and just use your crosshair. And you know how I
Yeah,
zoom
yeah,
to see
yeah,
how many.
yeah,
Yeah, we
yep.
just want to see how many pips it was.
And we would have got out on which day, to be exact, because the market's been moving a little bit.
To be exact, you still would be in. You still would be in. You'll be looking to get out probably um middle of the night tonight, like well, early in the morning tomorrow. So somewhere
Right.
around 2 to 3 in the morning, you would have been getting out. But if you seen that, if you catch
So
enough pips, just real quick, if you catch enough
yeah.
pips, like say you took the trade and you caught about 3,000 micro pips, 4,000 micro pips, or even sooner than that, if you catch two or one and you want to get out, you can get out. Just make sure you don't get back in after that fetch. You don't want to get in
Right.
late. You get in late, you can kill your account.
So here we are here. If you guys want to kind of count pips from one place to another, go to here. This is the crosshair. So I got my check mark here where I would have got in. I'll just use the example we used last night of here. So I'm in. So last night we would have got out here. So let's just use this for an example because this is the lowest point on the chart right now. If you look at where we got in at 1.33769, and we'd be getting out at 1.29194. Now I'm gonna do the math here and just show you how many micro pips that is, and then I'll break it down. Kevin will break it down into exactly dollar amount of what that would be for you guys.
Oh, Justin, it shows right there, bro.
We're at
on your crosshair, 4,000.
4,500 real pips. That's what, 1,000.
4,575 pips is 475 actual pips. So for a 10-cent lot, that would be $475.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on a 10-cent lot.
And that's a 0.10 for 10 cent. If you guys don't know that, think about a 50-cent lot. That would have been what do you say? A couple thousand on a 50-cent.
50-cent lot times that 5. That's $2,000.
$2,000, and that we're talking about a week. After you guys, I mean, for beginners, I mean, we're not going to be lot sizes right off the bat. Like the key is to build your account so you can do lot sizes. And we're doing this every week, guys. Like Kevin said, he backtracked all the way back for a year and a half. Every week, a minimum of 2,000 every week. Okay.
And then
most people.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Justin. I'm sorry.
Like 300. Oh, go ahead.
All right, real quick. And this is just one trade. Mind you, whenever we get a retracement or a key spot we can get back in on a trade, we're getting in on every single time we can get in on a trade. This is a bad example because it was just basically a drop down. You didn't really have a chance to get back in. And I wouldn't advise y'all to get back in. Only movements where it's up, down, up, down, up, down, I would tell you to get in on the downs or the ups. So this would just been one trade, but it's more than one pair we're going to do this on, guys. It's like 3 pairs, and it's going to be 4 by next week. But for this week, it's 3 pairs that we can do this on. USD CAD, AUD CAD, no. Let me make sure. Euro CAD is definitely another one. The CADs are the best. Yeah, and GBP USD. The CADs are the best as far as reading and seeing where the reversal happens. GBP is the best as far as money potential because it moves a lot. So those 3 pairs right there, and then I'm going to perfect Euro USD. That's another one we can do this week, but I'm not too confident in it, and I don't want to waste nobody's money. So USD CAD is a good one we're going to be doing. Euro CAD is definitely another one we're going to be doing. And those 2 pairs, imagine you getting $475 on 2 pairs. One trade, 2 pairs for the week. I'm not sure about y'all, but I know I worked a lot harder for the money that I got to get a trade like that. I never got a trade like that much money unless I held the trade in for a long time.
Exactly. So it's going to be very crucial when Kevin lets us know the time frame to really be around to enter. I know for me it's going to be 2 a.m. to 11. I'm not sleeping. I'm going to take my nap. I'm going to be up at 1:30. I probably won't even take a nap because if I take a nap, I'll be asleep. I'm just going to pull an all-nighter. That's what I got to do to make this money 1 day a week. I'm going to do it. So I advise you guys to really, I understand a lot of us work and stuff like that, but sometimes there's exceptions. If I was at work and I'm going to the back, sorry, like this is what I got to do. I know not every person can do that, but if you have any lenience at work, if you guys are at work, take a break, do whatever you can because it's going to be really time sensitive on getting in on this trade. So, and like I said, there's gonna be multiples. This is a bad example for the pullbacks. Guys, what a pullback would look like, if you can see my mouse here. say the market's dropping here, a pullback, it would go back up. We get back in right here. It's going to continue to go down on the downtrend. It goes back up again. We're going to get back in. Down again, back up. We're going to get back in. So imagine on a different charts going up and down, you got 4 entries. Say you're already up a couple $100. Okay, on your re-entry, you can even, bump your lot size up a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit. If you have enough money in your account to do so. I know I probably will. I don't advise that for everyone to do. Don't go nuts and bizarre and put 1.0, 2.0 lot sizes in. But I'm talking, 10 cents. You want to bump it up to like, 15 cents or, 20 cents, just a little bit more if you want to do that. But if you want to stick to the same lot size, that's cool too. But like I said, we're going to have 3, 4, 5 entries on one pair. And average, we're going to be doing what, 3 to 4 to 5 of them when we get better at this a week. That's 4,000 micro pips a piece. So we're talking close to 15,000 micro pips a week. So be patient, guys. Don't sit here and try to make all your money this week and go bizarre. Just be patient, because if you're getting this in a week, imagine where you're going to be in a month. Imagine where you're going to be in 6 months. Take your time, be patient, just watch it work itself, and build your accounts up nice and quickly, because it's going to be quick. So I know a lot of other groups out there, and they're happy with making their 300 pips in a week, 300 micro pips. Okay, imagine making a lot more than that. So this is killing the game right now. And for a lot of you guys that can't be around to do long-term trading, to be scalp trading and doing trades like that, you don't have to now. Now you just have to be around to enter the trade and watch your account go up. If you can't hit the pullbacks, that's fine. We're not even including the pullbacks when we look at that 4,500. If you were just around to make 1 trade a week, 2 trades a week, 3 trades a week, that's it. You don't need to get into money managing right this second, because as we build our accounts up, then when we all have our account at like 5-10 grand, you know what, we can all put some money aside and do like a money managing type deal. But this is a little bit, I was talking to Kenny earlier about it. I think this is more powerful than money managing, because now we're not all sitting here depending on Kevin to trade all day and enter his trade, because Kevin's doing a little bit different things for himself too. He obviously has been doing this for a while, and he's been studying this for a little bit for us. So this is something where everyone can kind of engage themselves in and kind of learn the markets a little bit and make money at the same time. Because as you're making money, you're going to want to learn more. Because how do I make more money? I made this amount of money. Like, why did it do this? Why did it do that? You start asking yourself questions when you start seeing a profit. And that's when you really get, it's going to make learning a lot more fun, because now you're profiting and you're learning. And like I said, later on down the line, we can kind of get the money managing thing going, which it's been slow. I know Trader's Way has been kind of, giving us the runaround about a couple of things, but it's getting taken care of. But in the meantime, until that gets, fixed up and ready to go, why not? There's money to be made every single day. Why wait 3 weeks, 4 weeks to make money when we can be making money right now? So I don't know if you have anything else you want to add in here. If you want to show another example of another chart, Kevin, whatever you're up to.
Oh, you asked me if I had anything to say?
Do you want to look at another chart? Is there anything you want to do? Anything you want to add on to the risk management?
So, oh yeah, definitely risk management, guys. From the devastation that happened all last week, with this, you don't need big lot sizes, guys. Like, you're gonna catch more pips than you caught probably the whole time with me. To be honest with you, like, if you add up all the pips that we caught together, it's probably still gonna be more than what we all caught together. And I know y'all guys were probably happy with some of the trades that was called and everything. Guys all made money, but this is gonna be even more than that. Like, when I tell you this is a game changer, this is gonna be a game changer. I was never a long-term trader, and I said that. I think when I first was talking about myself, I was never a long-term trader. I traded intraday, um, but I'm using the skills from my intraday, and I'm taking it to midweek because Brinks, that's what it's called. If anybody asks you what you doing, be like, man, I'm Brinks trading. That's money bags right there. It's like a little slang term for you catching a bunch of pips and gaining a lot of money. That's what it's about, man. You catch these trades, you enjoy your life. You don't have to be waiting on the phone or waiting on Facebook having me say, all right, catch this trade, take profit this, stop loss this, every 5 minutes or every 30 minutes or hour or whatever it is. You don't have to be waiting for it. All you have to do is just wait for one trade. All right, we're getting in on this trade at this time. And you even know the time frame. Like that's the crazy thing. You know the days and you know the time frame. So if it's not
Yep.
those days, go enjoy yourself. Go enjoy yourself, have fun.
Exactly.
Because more than likely, I'm not gonna give you guys a trade. I'm not gonna give you guys a trade. And if I do a trade, it's not gonna be nothing of this magnitude. So
This
go
is it.
outside, enjoy yourself, and have fun.
Exactly. And like he said, he can pinpoint down to when, down to the time of when it's going to be. So, like he gave us a time frame and he gave us the day. That's a 9 hour gap. Which is pretty good. Not many, I don't think very many traders can pinpoint anything in this game. You got to wait and wait and wait and see what the next candle is going to do before you can do anything. Might have an idea, but this really pinpoints down to almost, can't say a perfect percentage, but pretty damn close because, nothing in trading is going to be exact the way we want it to be to foresee it, but this is as close as it gets, guys. And another thing I talked about, like outside of this, as we're making money doing this, like right now, Kenny and I, we've been looking into the binaries and stuff like that. Something cool we want to get involved in the next couple months, next month or two, once we really start to master it and figure out why it does what. Something different that'll be cool for people. We want multiple sources of income, multiple ways, and this isn't stopping people from trading their normal trade hours. Or if you want to trade London session, you want to trade New York session, that's fine. I'd be more than willing, and pretty sure Kevin, he's gonna be looking at the charts too. Like for me, I'm still gonna be trading. Once I build my account up a little bit more again, I'm gonna be trading. So like I'm not gonna just depend on this for forever. It's gonna be great. It's gonna help build my account really quick, but it's also gonna help me have more money in my account so I can do other things, learn other things, and really, focus on scalp trading, focus on doing the other type of tradings that we do. I'll focus on the binaries that I want to learn that we briefly got into. So, you guys don't, for you guys that really are taking this serious and eventually want to leave your job and do this at home, like Kevin and I, learn the other stuff while we're at it. I'm more than willing to hop on a webinar at any time. Anytime I ask Kevin, hey, you want to hop on a webinar? We hop on webinar at least once a day. Feel free. We're always here to answer questions. We want people to be engaged. We want them to learn. It's good right now because our group is small. So, and we're trying to keep it. We want to expand, but right now we got to get the guys that we got in here, profiting. We're not just here to, make a profit off of you guys. That's not what we want. We want you guys to make a profit. We don't want anything from you. We want you guys to grow as traders, as people, and then eventually branch off and do your thing, live life comfortable, So that's why we're here, because, we're all trying to do that for ourselves. So if we can do it for ourselves, why not help someone else? And not everyone's like that, guys. A lot of people are very, very selfish with their time, which is very understandable because it's not everyone's job to focus on everyone else. So, take advantage of Kevin's time. I don't know if you guys were on the last webinars or you listened to, anything he said. He's lost a lot of money and a lot of trading time, really putting in time to really help us out. I take advantage of every second I possibly can get because it's not every day you're going to run into somebody that can change your life. And this is life-changing if you take advantage of it. Or it can be a heartbreaker if you don't pay attention because, I was this way when I first started. I was just like, hey, I'm going to get started in the group and I'm just going to wait for them to call out trades and I'm not going to learn nothing. Did it help me? Yeah. Did I profit? Yeah. More? And I started to lose because I wanted more and I wasn't getting what I wanted. I had to wait for someone to call out a trade for me. I had to wait for them. It was on their time. It was basically, I was still kind of working for someone because it's on their time. It's not my time. I can't just sit down and look at the charts and make money when I want to because I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta wait for that person to be available. I gotta wait for them to send out the charts, send out the trades, and on top of that, I have to be. It's a time sensitive thing. So, you guys, I encourage you to really, really open up the books, or not even that. Ask questions. I'm not a book learner, but I'm a visual learner. So that's why every time I got questions or anything, I hop on a webinar with Kevin, or we go through stuff like this, because it's a lot easier for me to see visually on a chart than in a book or anything like that. So whatever you guys need, whatever way it helps you learn information, I got a bunch of freaking webinars and other type stuff that I got from a couple other groups I've been involved with that really help you guys kind of just advance, little things. If you guys need anything, let us know, man. We're here for you. Like I said, we just want to help you grow. So as active as you can. We understand everyone's busy, but we only have webinars once, twice a week. And we're willing to work on whatever times you guys have, but no one's really been. There's been a few people that have been active. I know Anthony, he's been active. Kenny's been active. I've been active. Kevin's been active, but we still got other guys in the group that we really need. Really want to help. You guys paid to be in the group. Like, we don't want you guys to just be blowing off money. We really want to help you. So just take advantage of the time if you can. I know it's been a little bit slow, for a little bit, but hey, trading is a patience game. It's a patience game. I've learned that the hard way. Kevin's learned that the hard way. You got to be patient with it, so take our mistakes and use it for yourself, so you don't have to go through the same thing. Trust me, someone told me the same thing and I didn't listen, and now I know after I blew a few accounts. We don't want you guys to blow those accounts. We want you guys to move forward and never blow an account and learn how to manage your account properly. And Kevin has more experience than all of us here, and anything you guys need to know, he's probably done wrong, right, whatever. Take advantage. Ask questions all day if you have to. He's going to answer right back. So that's all I got for you guys, man. I hope we can get some more people engaged this week. We can get some people making money. And I think when people start to see their accounts go up, we'll probably have some more people be a lot more active, because wow, I just made some money. So, give it a shot this week, guys. If, tomorrow, be available. We'll post again, of course, just to be a reminder. This is going to go on the page. Also, guys, keep Kenny in your prayers. He's been going through a lot of health problems right now and stuff like that. So that's why he hasn't been as active. So just ask him how he's doing, encourage him. He's had a couple tough weeks, so, keep him in your prayers, talk to him, see how he's doing. He's our friend. We're all family here. Also, guys, we're going to be using the Facebook page a lot more. We haven't really been active with it. We've all been kind of getting things set up for everyone, seeing what's going to work best for everyone, but the Facebook page is going to be active. These are all going to be recorded, so they're also going to be on the page, and there's also a YouTube channel. You guys need to go look for it as well. Outside of that, I don't have anything else. Kevin, you got anything you want to say?
Guys, just try to be as active as possible. I mean, I know a lot of you guys paid and everything, and all that's cool. You paid, set it, forget it. You learn some things, cool. But why invest in something that you're not gonna put your time into? Like, I didn't make an investment into trading until I was fully committed. Like, I was working from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. and still was able to get at least 10 hours, 12 hours a day in studying and trading. You have to just make the time. You have to make the time. If you don't make the time, guys, you might as well just stop right here. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm pretty sure Justin wouldn't be mad at you, because at the end of the day, we're still going to catch pips. But like I said, once I joined here, y'all my family, and I'm not going to do my family wrong. Y'all guys not being a part of this and listening to the webinars, try to make time for the webinars. Webinars, like, this was what, an hour out of your day. Just take an hour less sleep. That's it. Just 1 hour less sleep. You'll be fine. Central time, what is that, 9 o'clock? I know most of you guys don't go to sleep at 9. Come on, just take some time. And when I explained this midweek reversal to Justin the other day, it was a 15-minute webinar. That's it. Just 15 minutes. You have to understand, guys, this is profitable things that's being told. And the biggest part about it, you need to learn this stuff so you won't have to listen to my mouth again. You won't have to listen to me no more. You could be like, oh man, I learned that stuff already. I'm about to do this myself. And you won't have to learn. You won't have to pay nobody. You won't have to do nothing. You can do
Right.
this all on your own. How you think I started? Yes, I did pay somebody. I paid somebody $200. And it wasn't just once. It was monthly. $200 monthly and then $100 a week sometimes. Don't get it twisted. I invested. I put my time in and invested. But what did I do? I seen what he was doing and I stopped. I stopped and I learned every single thing that he learned. I even went further with it. I learned extra things that he didn't use. I was like, okay, why he doesn't use this? Let me use that. Let me see this. Anybody that's successful, if you see anybody successful, you can take something from them and learn something. So if you're not taking nothing from me and learning from it, I don't know what to tell you guys. In your jobs, y'all had to practice, y'all had to have a training week before even getting into the job and fully doing it yourself.
Exactly. Which I don't, not to cut you off. For
Mm.
example, a lot of you guys have gone to a job and they said, hey, you're not going to the floor until you finish all your trainings. You did it. You didn't say, nah, I'm just gonna go home and relax and I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go on the floor. No, you would have got fired. You're your own boss here. This is you to be accountable. People don't realize how tough it is. People's like, oh man, being your own boss, man, it's so easy. That's what I want, but they don't know the work that it takes to get there because you write your own paychecks. You don't have a clock in time. You don't have a clock out time. It's on you. You're learning your information. It's on you. It's on you. I mean, luckily we got Kevin to help us out, but it's still on you to take the time out to learn the stuff. Okay. And you don't have someone over your head telling you when to do this, when to do that. It's all on you. It all falls back on you. So this is if you want all those people that are like, man, I don't want to work for someone for the rest of my life. You don't got to, but you got to still put in the time. Everyone puts in the time. You think Donald Trump and all of them are billionaires because they didn't put in the time? They had to be accountable for themselves. They had to set their alarm every day just like they're going to a regular 9 to 5 job. That's what it takes, guys. You guys are working 9-hour days now. Shoot. Okay. Now, let's say you had a part-time job. Half of that time and put it into this. Now you got full-time work. And now you can take that full-time work over here and you can make as much money as you want to make out of it. It's up to you. As long as you follow the simple steps, it's not blowing your account, stuff like that, to where you run out of money that you can't put any more money in. That's pretty much the only thing that can make your business go out is by not doing proper risk management, which we're going to go over in depth as far as, what to risk, stuff like that. I know we talked about it multiple times, but I want to get everything that we talked about in the chat and put it on the page so people can go back and review it. But just, put in the time, guys. Put in the time for yourself. Put in the time to change your life, change your family's life, change your kids' life, change your parents' life, whoever's life you want to change. It's doable. And it's doable really quickly. You don't gotta work your way up a ladder in 10 years and be a CEO. You can be a CEO today. You can make CEO money this year if you want to. So, it's tough. I know what I have my days where I'm like, man, I just want to take the day off. Like I do, and it's wrong. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do that, and it's something that I'm working on. I'm working on being accountable for myself and putting in the time. So it's not a struggle that like not everyone goes through. I'm going through it. I go through it myself. So I don't want you guys to feel like, oh man, like I got a lot of life changes to make. No, it's just a lot of little things that you already do that you got to put into your own life. You guys go to work. You guys clock in. Do it here. Clock in your own time. Except you only got to clock in an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours a day. Do a little bit of studying. See why the charts do this. Even if you just take the time, get on your computer and mess around with MetaTrader just to see what it does, how it works. That's the first thing I want everyone to do. I know some of you guys got Macs. I know we're trying to find out a way to, I don't on your computer and learn how to mark up your charts and stuff like that, which I'll show you how to mark up your charts. We'll do a webinar of how to mark up charts and resistant lines, because once you mark up your charts and you see why and what they do, it makes the game totally different. Now you're like, okay, now I kind of know what to look for. Then you look for the next indicator of why. Then you look for the next indicator. But by the time you learn all the indicators and why, you damn near know how to read a trade. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? Once you know what every little thing kind of does, which it's only about 5 to 7 things that you really got to know. You got to know the candlesticks, just like he was saying. If you want to enter trades, you got to learn that. That's simple. You got to learn your resistance and your other your resistance and your
Support.
support. Once you learn that, then you learn your diagonal. Once you learn your diagonal, right off of that, once I learned my resistance and support lines, I I was learning how to read the chart right after that. So, and then it gets in a little more depth. You know, I haven't used the oscillator yet, but I understand how to use it now based on what Kevin said. And then there's one more indicator we're gonna go over that he does. And then we got the Fibonacci, which we'll go over again. We did a webinar with that, but we didn't record it. So we'll go through all that stuff, you know, as time goes. But we need more people to be active. You know, that's why we really haven't posted so much of this stuff, because no one's really active. So it's like we just have one-on-one sessions. It's happening behind the doors, but you guys just aren't here to see it. Like me and Kevin we've gone through all this stuff already, and I've learned so much in just the few weeks that we've been together. So be active so we can kind of put this more out there. I'm gonna put it out there for you guys because maybe this will make people be a little bit more active a little bit. So that's it for me, guys. You got anything, Kevin?
Yeah, one last thing. Guys, y'all might think that y'all guys are busy and everything, but let me just say and explain this. I'm up 20 hours a day. Literally. I'm literally up 20 hours a day. If
Me
it's not
too.
trading, it's studying. It's studying. And the reason why I'm studying is to teach y'all guys new things. If y'all guys not even on here, it's like, man, I'm doing all this studying. It's cool for me to learn it for myself, but I'm doing this for y'all. Like, I'm really doing this for y'all. I could spend most of that time just trading more. Like I said, I missed out on thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on trades that I didn't even take because I wanted to focus more on the training aspect of things. Like, you have to understand how serious this is. Y'all guys work 8 hours a week. I work about 18. 2 of those hours I try to spend in the bathroom or you eating. But 18 of those hours I'm busy on a computer. I'm talking on webinars. I'm talking to a lot of people. Like, it's so much other business I could be doing as well. But I'm trying to dedicate my time to you guys. But if y'all not coming on, spending at least an hour, like, I want y'all guys to be profitable. I don't want y'all guys to be a part of this group for forever. I wanted y'all to learn a lot of this stuff within a week or two. It was supposed to be a team effort. I wanted for you guys to learn as much as possible. So even if I'm like, say if I have a sickness and I can't really get to the computer, y'all guys know the stuff I know. Y'all calling out trades. You see, I had a bigger picture with this. I had a bigger picture with this. And it's slowing down the process because, when I call a trade, I see y'all reply in no time. But if I'm saying webinar, I don't hear as many excitement for it. You should be just as excited for the webinar than you are about the trade. It's not about catching the trade. It's about learning what this is about and being able to catch your own trades. You know how much more money you can make if you catching your own trades, you seeing what you should be seeing? When I'm showing you what to see, you would have been catching 10 times as many trades as I'm telling you. I'm only telling you a little amount of bit because I want to teach you more. I'd rather teach you more than me just calling out a trade, calling out a trade, calling out a trade. I have to understand that. I can call out hundreds of trades, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trades. I don't want to do that. It's a lot easier to teach you how the business is and how to trade than, oh, let me just call out every single trade that I see, give them a take profit, give them a stop loss, and let them be happy. No, and I see that's a lot. A lot of y'all just want that. That's not cool. Y'all shouldn't have that mentality. It's y'all change that mentality of y'all guys. You have to learn. If you're not in this business to learn and just catch trades from somebody, you're in the wrong business because you're gonna be paying somebody else a lot more just to do what you want to do about catching trades. Oh, let me just follow their trades. Well, you're gonna be paying a lot more for that instead of somebody that's want to show you trades along as teaching you how to trade, so you won't have to do that no more.
Or
That's your
worse,
choice, man.
you're gonna be working 40 hours a week for somebody else for a set price for the rest of your life.
Exactly. But I said everything I had to say, man. I'm just really implementing, like trying to enforce it into your head. So y'all have to learn.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. This is. I'm gonna go ahead and post this on the page for you guys that missed it. Any questions? Just hit us up whenever, man. We're always here. We're always on. I'm available pretty much 24/7. Other than when I'm, out at wrestling or anything like that. But outside of that, every day I'm available. I'm available every day. If I'm not available for a full day, everybody know. Just like Kevin, if he's not available, he went to ATL, a couple weekends ago. He let us know, like, listen, I'm gonna be gone from this day to this day. We let everybody know. So I'm gonna go ahead and post this and then let us know if you need anything, right?